Oh, wow. Okay, thank you, ladies. Sorry, I've just seen Andrea's comment. A little bit small at the top, watching on my phone. Okay. Let's see how many people have managed to jump back on with me. Sorry about that, ladies. It was a little bit frustrating that it was frustrating. It was frustrating that that it's still like this really skinny narrow. Much better, Lisa? Great. It would be better if it filled up the whole screen though, but never mind. Obviously, my phone isn't as compatible with Facebook as some of the others. Alright, so let me just get myself in the right position here with the camera. So I'll just give it a couple of minutes for everyone else to pop back on. Here we go. Alison is there. Oh, good, Alison. Thank you. Alright, I can't see. No, I've lost a few people, but that's okay. I'm sure they'll come back. I hope they'll come back. Okay, so this is our card for today. I hope everyone had a really lovely Easter. I have to say it was quite nice. Actually, hi Andrea. We had a family Easter hunt on Sunday and spent most of the day at my brother's place. Just chilling and catching up, which was really nice, but I was so tired when we got back. It was just crazy. I don't know why we were so tired, but anyway, it was a lovely day. So I had a bit of a nap instead of doing the live, so I'm glad that I mentioned that I was going to have a break on Sunday night, because that wouldn't have been very good. So that might be my internet, maybe. Might not be. Okay, so I have noticed a bit of buffering as well, Alison, so maybe it's my internet. That wouldn't be great, ladies, would it? Okay, so our card tonight looks like a normal card. Has got a belly band on it to keep it all together, which I just stamped. And actually, kind of unusual colours for me. Still COVID lag. Hi, Glennis. Yeah, probably is, Lisa. Oh, you mean Sunday? Yes, probably is. Okay, so this is our card. I've used the Dandelion... Sorry, not the Dandelion, Dragonfly Dreams as the stamp on that. And this paper is from the Heart and Home series. I know someone who's... Oh, look, still a bit of static. Oh, anyone else getting static, Andrea? I mean, anyone else? Andrea is, but maybe I'm too close to my phone. I'm talking too close to it. And so this is called... I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but it's called a Miura card, M-I-U-R-A, which I did put up on the thing that I just deleted. And then you open it, and it pops up like this. How cool is that? It probably doesn't fit in the screen. Let me just lift that up a little bit so that you can see that. Oh, have you had static for the last few weeks, Lisa? I didn't realise that. That's not great. I know, it's very cool, isn't it? It's very cool. I've seen these for ages and thought, nah, I won't get my head around that. It's got too many bits in it. But actually, it's actually not that hard. So, which is why, so it doesn't kind of really stand up very well by itself. I've got the fan going, so it might not stand up. But if it was leaning against something, it would stand up. So, but that is the reason that it has got the belly band as well, because it's quite springy, and with having lots of layers of cardstock, it makes it quite thick, so it's a bit harder to keep closed, especially when you fold it on there. So we'll get started with that. Leave the chatter. So I'm going to do it with white this time. And I'm going to, I don't know if anyone else does this, but when I'm trying something new, it's always a really good idea to do it on copy paper first. So you're going to actually have a chance. I just have a play around with this so I don't waste my cardstock. Learn the hard way. My phone is kind of getting... on its last legs, so maybe that might have something to do with it. yeah, I'm not, that's a good idea, Andrea. I don't always file it, but I've just started making a template. Yeah, so I'm a bit bummed that you guys are getting static though. That's not so great. I'm really sorry about that, and I don't know what to do about that. Hopefully it's my phone, and if I get a new one, then either that or I might try using the webcam. But that was painful last time I tried to use it, so I'm just going to move that slightly sideways. Okay, so we've got a piece of cardstock. This is 11 inches long, which is, no, it's 11 and a quarter. Oh no, Andrea. Oh no. Oh yes, that's right. You do need to have the template, don't you, so that you know what you're doing with. Yeah, that's true. It makes it a bit harder when you've got those things as well. Okay, so 11 and a quarter long, 5.5 wide. So it is actually, you don't get much left out of a piece of A4. So this is the A4 together. So this is the little piece that's left, and then you've got a ½ inch cut off the bottom there, which is great for sentiments. I've just been doing cards for the Ladybug class, and oh my gosh, those strips of extras have come in super handy for sentiments. So we're going to pop this in, and we're going to need an arm out here, and we're going to have 3 3/4. Let me just make sure. Yeah, 3 3/4. So we're scoring on the long side, 3 3/4. We don't want to cut, so we'll make sure that that's out of the way, and we're just going to score. I like to make sure I score it quite well, so I score it a few times over. Then we're going to go down to 7.5. And score again. So now you should have 3 equal panels in your card. I know that's a little bit hard to see on white, but you've got 3 equal panels. Now, what we need to do now is you need a pencil. You can do this with a ruler if you would like, or you can use a trimmer. But what you need is a pencil, and you're going to pop this in. Now, how did I do it? On this, oh my gosh, I've gone blank on how I did it now. I pop this in at 2 inches is what I want. So go to the bottom. Sorry, got myself all kind of 2 inches. So I'm popping it in at 2 inches. So we're coming down from 2 inches, and I'm going to put, hang on. Yeah, so 2 inches down, and then on the score mark, which I just have to find where the gap is. There it is. I'm just going to put a mark there, and then we're going to turn this around, and we're going to do the same thing. I think I've done this the wrong way. It's going to come out different. And then come down to the score mark, and put a mark there. You have. Now, what have I done wrong here? Don't go this way. Yes, I went this way. Alright, ignore that, ladies. Sorry for you. Sorry. I knew it's not. It'll come out the opposite way. It'll still work. But for those of us with OCD, because I think I have mild form. Right, we're going to pop that in, back in at 3 3/4. Close the track and come in 2. See, this is what I remember doing, and now it was my head was playing with me. All right, so we're just going to pop a pencil mark in there. So you've got, it should be on the crease there. I don't know if you can see that, little tiny. You don't need to hide it. You don't need to stress about it. I mean, on my grey one, I kind of did it, but then we're going to, so this was the side that I just did. I'm going to flip it around, so turn it around, and I'm going to put this back in at 3 3/4, and I'm going to put my trimmer arm down, and I'm going to come in at 2, as close to 2 as you can get, and just put a little mark there. Alright, so you've got a mark here and a mark here. No, you'll be fine, Glennis. It's all good. I promise. It's done now. So you just have to go on the long side where you scored and then come in and mark your 2 inches and then flip it. So you rotate it 180 so you get those 2 marks. Alright, then I found it easier in my trimmer, and I used my bone folder instead of just because it gave me a little bit more control, and I could see where my marks were. So basically we need to go, I'm just trying to get my trimmer in the camera and not squish my card. So we need to bring, and I'm going to put my head in it, we need to bring our corner over to this corner here needs to be in the track, and then our pencil mark needs to be in the track. So you can see that's the track there. So you need to put that in there, and once it's there, move your corner so you've got them both in there like that, hopefully. Hopefully you would get used to it, Lisa. Alright, so the tip of my card is here, and my mark is in the track there. Alright, so it's 2 inches from the top. So what we're going to do is put the bone folder in, hold down your paper really nice and tight, and just score up. Now if you feel more, I've gone too far. If that's why I did it with my bone folder and it didn't work, and I didn't stop fast enough. Too busy talking. If you feel like you would prefer to use a ruler, then do that. Okay, because basically you're going to go from this corner to your score mark, and then your score mark to this corner, and then you're going to repeat that at the bottom. So I don't have my ruler. So we're going to put this in here so that the corner's there, and we're going to move this so that our pencil mark is lined up in the track. Alright, so let me just move that up a bit. So you've got the pencil mark here, hopefully you can see that, and then the score line of the next one is over here, which is your 7.5 inch score line, and I'm going to start at my pencil mark and move out. Alright, at the pencil mark and move out. So you end up with that V there. Can you see that? Too close, Cal. That V there. Then we're going to flip it and do the same thing. Okay, so corner into there. Sorry, mate. Hopefully that's still on the screen. My paper is just catching on the stand of my camera thing. Okay, so where's my pencil mark? There. So I'll pop that in there, and I can check. The pencil mark needs to come down a little bit more. So I'm going to go from my pencil mark out, because that way I won't go too far. But I did fix that a little bit. Okay, so we've got it like that, and then we're going to come from this pencil mark here, and we're going to go out to there. Like I said, you can do it on your trimmer, but I just find it easier to line everything up. Well, I did it with both, and I made a bit of a mess with it with just using my trimmer. Okay, so pencil mark out. Oh, yay, Alison. I'm glad that you're understanding the instructions. That makes it so much better for me. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to fold all our score lines. So we've got those 3, and you want to fold them both ways as usual when we're doing the fun fold this. Oh, good, Lisa, I'm pleased. That's good. I'm glad everyone's understanding the instructions and it's not too confusing for you, because it took me a few minutes. Okay, so we're going to start, and we're going to have it so that the diagonal that goes from the top down to the score point is our top of our card. So that cut piece, these 2 triangles here, are going to fold away from us. Alright, so they're going to be what's called a mountain fold, because it makes a mountain peak there. And what we want to do is we want to fold that on itself, and we want to just make sure that we burnish those score marks, and then if you can, get that one inside as well. Okay, so it'll just make it a whole lot easier to open and close. So that's what we've got so far. Alright, and if we keep training it, it'll keep folding that way nice and easily. Then what we're going to do is we're going to flip it, and these ones are going to come forward. Okay, I'm sure, yeah, these ones are going to come forward. So if you just kind of tease it a little bit, it'll start to kind of find its way. See that if we close that, and find its way there. And we can just, I think I was slightly off with my scoring, so it's just been a little bit tight, but that's okay, because it just needs some coaxing with our, so we're going to flip it back. Nope. What have I done? This way. This way. You could have it going either way. You could have it going this way. It's up to you. It's your card. But I'm going to go this way. So, I just want to make sure that these creases, these score folds and stuff are really tightly burnished. So, our bone folder is great for that. Alrighty, so you can see why you want a belly band on it, because it does kind of have a tendency to pop up a bit. Like so. Okay, so now that we've got that all sorted, we're going to cut our paper. Okay, so 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. Both of them I have cut both exactly the same. They're going to go on the end panels like that. Alright, so the first one, we need to come down 2 inches from the top. So we're just going to pop this, oh my gosh, pop this in here. And one of the nice things with this trimmer is that it has the marks all the way through. You don't have to line up with that. So we're just going to put a little mark here, 2 inches. Okay, and then we're going to pop this into our trimmer, and we're going to put the pencil mark there in our left top corner there, and we're going to cut. Now you can keep this if you would like to. I'm just going to put it over there. So that is going to go there, like so. Okay, it's going to go here. I might have cut too far of an angle. That's okay. And then this one, we want to go here. So we want it to go on the bottom. So we're going to pop this in here. We want to go from the bottom. So we want to take the bottom off. So we're going to come up 2 inches there. So if we place that at 2 inches on the left hand side, and then we just put a little mark where our cutting groove is. Okay, so that's 2 inches from the bottom. If you've got a piece of paper that is not directional, it doesn't matter, but this one's kind of up and down. So we're going to go from the left, where we've come up 2 inches from the bottom, over to the bottom right. And normally I like to go the other way to cut, but I'm going to do it that way. Alright, so we've got our 2 pieces there. This one I haven't cut. Oh, no, I didn't. cutter piece actually. So I'm going to pop this one here, and I'm going to pop this one here. Now, if you want to, you could use your pieces, and you need to flip them over. But to use them, you need to trim off a little bit at the top because they're too long. So I'm going to pop this in here. And what I did is I just had it come up over the top of the track, so it's only like millimeters that we're cutting off, like this much. You can always cut off more. It's really hard to put it back. So I'm going to pop this. Oh look, that's still not enough. But keeping in mind that they're still not the same. So I'm going to do that again. I didn't cut anything, Kelley. Not far enough down. Ah, corners. I feel more comfortable going into the side of the track, but when you've got pointy corners like that, it doesn't always work so well. That is better. There and there. Okay, so that there and that there. Now my angle is a little bit off there, so I've gone a bit on a bit of a sharper angle than I should have. Sorry, Andrea. Refer to the template. Yes, that's true. That's what I did actually. You're right, Andrea. It's good having it there because when you you put your markings and everything on the template, not very happy with that. But anyway, it is what it is. And someone who doesn't make cards will be very appreciative of it. And if they're not, too bad. That's why my piece is in I was too far up there. Okay. So what did everyone do for Easter? Did you just have a relaxing long weekend? Did you go away? I just had a relaxing long weekend. The nieces had a Easter egg hunt with Aunt Sarah. And my niece was really funny. She made the Easter egg bags, the hunt bags for them. And she didn't make one for Sarah, who normally does the hunt with them. She's a little bit put out, but that's right. She managed on her skirt. She did all right. Okay, so I'm not entirely happy with that little bit, so I'm going to put my hand over it. Obviously cut my paper in the wrong way. Too much of an angle, too much mucking about. Alright, so this piece here that we had, built a box for the neighbour's outdoor cat. Like a Avery kind of cat box, Lisa. My brother has one of them. Our camper van took us on an adventure to Taupo. Cool. I love that your camper van took you, Andrea. You didn't take your camper van, the camper van took you. I love that. Alright, so I'm using fresh Freesia and I'm using the Dragonfly Garden again. And I need to just put a little bit of paper at the bottom because I want to stamp I don't want to stamp the whole thing. Because otherwise it makes it too tall. A sleeping box. Oh, okay. You can't drive it. My brother has a Mancoon cat, which is like a giant cat. And it's an indoor cat, so it doesn't go outside. So they built like a... it's massive. He built a run area for it outside. and they enter through the bedroom window, and then it's like an aviary on the outside. It's like got ledges and stuff for her to sit on and enjoy the fresh air. But they were recommended to not have her outside, so. Oh, that's nice, Lisa. It's not so nice that she's in hospital. She's Pixie is quite a beautiful cat actually, but very high maintenance. My COVID and my son's family, so I drove over. Oh, it's a shame you didn't get to spend time with them, Alison. Obviously, you know, you don't want to be catching anything, but I know how you look forward to spending time with them all, so that's a shame. I'm just going to back this onto some fresh Freesia cardstock, but I'm sure they appreciated the eggs, especially the kids. Okay, not too much. Just make that bigger. Yeah, let's go that way. Let's do that. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Yep. There we go. I'm just gonna glue that on there. 8 o'clock, ladies. Sorry. That's what that faffing about in the beginning. And I didn't get the camera right. And then Facebook says you can't turn the orientation during a live. Well, that's something you need to change. Okay, so I haven't put a piece in here, but I did in this one. That's okay. Thanks, Lisa. So obviously I used a grey base on this card, and so I cut out the centerpiece there. To do this, you're going to do exactly what you did on these two pieces, but you're going to do it on the one piece. All right. So you're going to come in from the top, and you're going to come in from the bottom, and then so you're going to go up 2, and you're going to come down 2. And then cut across to the corners, and then that will get you that piece that sits in the middle. So pretend you've got this one laid on top of this one, and you're cutting those triangles off. Oh, the dishes are the worst thing in the world, aren't they? Like, that was one thing before we bought this place and decided we wanted to buy something new. That was one thing when we were looking for a house. Must have a dishwasher. Must have a dishwasher. My husband is a chef, as some of you know, and so he generally makes a shitload of mess. So having a dishwasher is a marriage saver, because otherwise there'd be arguments all the time about the mess. Alright, now I just pick my battles because it all goes through the dishwasher. Hope this card makes you smile. You got to take it, yeah. Clean my fingernails. Oh, it cleans your fingernails. No, because I would use gloves, so my fingernails wouldn't get a clean. Okay, so hope this card makes you smile on the inside. The whole thing's a little bit crooked tonight. I'm out of practice. You wouldn't think so, because actually, I wonder if I've got a white behind that. Might just make it stand out a bit more too. On there. Oh yeah, I might do that. Oh yeah, fair enough. I think that's a fair deal. But that's usually what happens here. If you cook, you don't clean. But it doesn't always happen. I tend to clean as I go, whereas Matt doesn't. He's got better at it. He's got better at it, that's for sure. But he's a little bit obsessed. We've just got a new hob and oven. So every time he finishes cooking on it, he's got to clean it. It's really funny. Well, Lisa, I think that you need to have a chat with that husband of yours. And Fair's Fair, if you cook, he cleans. It's all about equality and sharing the load. Alright, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, so we've got a new hob, and the other one was hideous to clean. And it's a new induction one, so it's nice and smooth. So we weren't even finished dishing up our dinner the other night, and he's got the cleaner out and fluffing about with that, which I thought was quite funny. Mine does too, Andrea. Mine does too, although we have a cleaner, but he will do. He'll mop floors and vacuum and stuff, which is great. So I'm going to pop that in the centre like that, and I'm going to do some, actually, what about some ribbon? Maybe we could do ribbon instead of, let's do that. Let's change it up as we go. And I've got some beautiful white seam binding ribbon. Oops, just ran over my skirt. And some double-sided tape. So, some seam binding ribbon in there. I think I'm done with that, so I'll close it before I put my hand in it. And then over there. So you've got two options really. You can do some seam binding, some ribbon on it, and attach it underneath the top of your decoration. So I tend to put my bows like this on the side so I can measure. So that'll be a reasonable bow. Just trim that off. So I've got that there. Obviously we need to tidy it up a little bit. I want that to be flat. So I'm just going to scooch it down a bit. I'm going to put some ribbon. I prep peacocks. We're both clean. Yeah, the cats are a law unto themselves, aren't they? Hi Mari, how you doing? I hope you're well. I'm staying well. Alright, so I'm just going to put some double-sided tape. Thank you, Mari. Yeah, purple is a bit of a fave of mine, as most of you know. So I'm going to move this up. And, oh, it might not be up far enough to catch it. There we go. So I'm going to move it up, and I don't want any stickiness showing. Where's my tapey pack? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Murray. I'm glad you're doing well. Alright, so ribbon is on there. On the back of here we are going to put some dimensionals, and I'm down to my outside bits, so let's use those. It's funny, I was doing the videos for the Ladybird class, and I was like, oh, it's so typical. I get to nearly the end of the video and I have run out of dimensionals. Don't want to mess about while I'm doing the video and faff about getting ones out, so I managed to make it work, but okay. Oops. So I'm going to pop this on. Now our ribbon is nice and secure. That was a mistake, Kelley. You need to check, ladies, because I wanted it up higher. I don't want my dimensionals going over the side. I should have thought about that. So I'm going to pop them down a bit lower there. Let's open this up a bit. And make sure that we can see. Okay, so we aim for there and then get it straight. So if I put the corner of my, that little dingle means someone is at my door. Okay, I'll pop that down. That's going to annoy me. Just want to pull it up and fix it a bit. There we go. There we go, and we've got it open. I actually quite like it with the ribbon. Should have been up a little bit higher, but never mind. It just catches the back corner. So, let's tie this up. I hope that you all have, thanks Lisa, I hope that you will have a go, or those of you that want to have a go. I'm going to trim the tail of that off a little bit more. So those are our 2 cards. Get them out of the way. Clear bench so it's not so messy. And 2 ways of doing it. So we've got the one with the ribbon and then we've got one with the belly band. I don't know, I think I like the ribbon better personally, but that's, you know, each to their own. And the one that I saw online had the belly band on it. So that's what I went with first. Oh. You right? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's, the ribbon is cool, thanks Andrea. And what would be really nice, this seam binding ribbon, if you run it over your stamp pad, or if you've got the alcohol markers, the blends, then you can actually, yeah, that's the nice thing about that, doing it that way underneath it. I thought about it when I was doing this one, but I'd already stuck it down, so it was like, that's going to be a pain. Alright, let me flip you up. We've got 5 names. Thank you, Alison. I need to rewatch this. Oh, sorry. As I scoffing chocolate cake and ice cream. What better way to sit and watch someone else craft, Andrea, is by eating chocolate cake and ice cream. No other way of doing that. Alright, so Andrea, Glennis, Angela, Sylvia and Sandra, thank you for posting your cards on my page. Yes, I think so too, Maureen. I think the ribbon is much better. Thank you for posting that on my page. Let's see who, what is that? Over. Comment request. I don't know what that is. Let's get rid of it. What have we got? Andrea! Yay! Congratulations, Andrea. Let me find my button to turn me around. I don't know what that's going to look like, but thank you very much for joining me tonight. Sorry it's taken a little bit longer than normal. It's 11 minutes past. Andrea, I will send you some pictures of some things to choose for your prize. Oh, thank you for my beautiful card too. It was lovely. I've got it on my standee for my phone for the live. So thank you very much. I'll post a picture straight away and pop it up. And just a reminder for anyone who's watching and finds it easier to navigate, all of the Facebook Live videos are uploaded to YouTube as well. So if you don't want to scroll through all the stuff on Facebook to find the videos, if you pop over to my YouTube channel, all of the cards are posted there for you so that you can go through, and they've all got kind of like a little picture on them so you can see what the card is as well as my picture. So yeah, if you I don't know what I was going to say. If you make a card, yay! Thank you for posting and post it on my page. I look forward to seeing that. I'll be back on Sunday night with another card. And yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so pleased. I got 5 cards made today. This one and 4 of my cards for my Ladybug, Hello Ladybug class. So those are all ready to go. Thank you to the ladies who signed up for that. It's not for a little while, but I'm super stoked to get it ready, and if I need to add any more people, I can add more people to that. So I will post some samples of what we're making on the event on my page. Just a note on that, if you see events come up on my page and you're interested in them, and just because I haven't invited you, please don't take that as I'm not offering it to everybody, because all of my events are offered to anybody. I've just started doing them as a class by mail as well. But Facebook is weird, and I can only invite people who are my friends on Facebook. So if you just follow my page and we're not friends on our personal page, then I can't invite you. So please do not take offense if you see that and think, oh, I'd like to go on. Please join us. It would be lovely to see you. Alrighty, well, on that note, I'm going to go. It's 8:15. I feel like a coffee. Probably should have some water, but I feel like a coffee. And I will see you on Sunday night. Congratulations again, Andrea, and thank you everyone for joining me tonight to make the cards. Thank you. Take care. Bye.